Hey, everybody. This is Heather McChesney, and I'm coming to you from CFWV.com. I'm here to show you one of our new resources that we have developed for you. This is the roadmap to the personalized education plan. Whether you're viewing this as one of our middle school or high school students or one of our K-12 educators, we think you're going to find this very beneficial. What I want to do is take you on a very quick trip down our roadmap to show you how to best use this, or to at least give you a best practice. By all means, use this the best way that you see fit. As you may or may not know, if you're a middle school student, obviously our educators do know, as you enter into middle school and you're working your way up to the high school grades, you guys are going to start looking at different career options that are available to you, and you're going to start picking certain classes that are going to fit to help you reach those goals of what it is that you want to do as you start to get older to meet those goals. That's part of what your personalized education plan is. And this particular roadmap is going to help you make some of those decisions. Now, as always, absolutely nothing is permanent. Like, you don't have to make this decision at the age of 13 or 14 years of age and stick with it. You know, you can always change your mind as you go. This is just to give you kind of an idea of what might be possible. So the personalized education plan, or PEP as we like to call it for short, you're going to work with either your counselor or a teacher advisor. They're going to help you go through this. And this is just another tool to kind of help you work your way through it. Now, CFWV.com, if you're not familiar with that, is a website that we have here in the state of West Virginia that helps you do all of your college and career exploration readiness to help you be as successful as you can be. And it gets you prepared for what your next steps are going to be, whether that happens to be high school or whether that happens to be for the type of training and education that happens after you graduate from high school. So the very first step of our roadmap, as you can see right here, happens to be the career cluster map. So when we talk about the career cluster map and we talk about this roadmap and how we use it with CFWV, we're going to look at some of the tools that CFWV offers on the website to help you navigate how best to use the information that you garner and you gather from utilizing the tools and the results that you get from it. And then you're going to input that data or the results into your personalized education plan. So that's going to help you make some bigger and better decisions as you move forward. And all of these tools you're going to be able to find underneath the career tab on CFWV. And for more information on how to navigate that, you can check out one of our other videos that you can find here on our YouTube channel as well. But like I said, the very first tool is the career cluster map. And you can go on the career cluster map and you can map out your future possibilities by learning about different careers and programs and courses that fall under these career clusters. You can even find out what a career cluster happens to be. What do they look like? What best describes you? There are 16 different career clusters that are available that all of this information falls under. And career clusters are groups of careers that share common qualities, similar skills and bits of knowledge. And as you go further down into the road, you can look at these preferred career clusters and start examining different pathways. And those pathways are even smaller groups of careers that have even more specialized skill groups and knowledge. So as you go further down our roadmap here, you're going to select that career cluster. Teachers, advisors, you're going to help them select that career cluster, say that 3 times fast, career cluster through that career cluster map. So it's an assessment. You're going to utilize that tool, and basically, guys, that tool, it's going to show you all the different career clusters that are out there, and you're going to check them all out. You're just going to basically see which one speaks to you, which one you like better, which one you like more than the others, and see what types of jobs fall underneath each of them. You're going to go further down the roadmap, and then you can take a survey. And a survey, as you guys know, is kind of like a little quiz that you can take. You're going to learn about how the activities that you like, the personal qualities that speak to you and make you who you are, what your favorite subjects, how they might relate to these career clusters. So we have a survey on CFWV that basically asks you, what do you like? What do you don't like? And based upon those results, it's going to suggest a few career clusters that are best for you at this particular point in your life. This might change as you get older, and that's okay. This is a really quick survey. And like we said, it's found underneath that career planning tab on CFWV. So now that you have the results of this survey and you've looked at all the different career clusters and pathways, you've got a pretty solid idea of what they all are. You think you now know, okay, I think I know 2 or 3 different career clusters that definitely fit my likes and my interests. You now have a whole set of results and you can complete the first section of your PEP or your personalized education plan. What did it suggest to you? Which career cluster? What careers did your career cluster survey suggest that you explore? Do you need to find out more information? And that's when you can go into CFWV and you can explore even more about each of those careers if you want to. But right now we can go further down the road because you still have a few more sections of the PEP that you need to fill out, and your teachers and your advisors need to help you fill that out as well. So we have some more tools here on CFWV that can help you do just that. We have what's called the interest profiler, the career key, and the work values, right? And they're all found in that exact same spot that we just talked about. So the interest profiler on CFWV allows you to review your interests, and you can explore all the different careers that are out there and available to you. You can examine what interests you, and it's going to match you with specific careers, right? So basically it's going to ask you a series of questions like, on a scale of 1 to 4, I believe it is, you know, how do you like the idea of building things with your hands? Would you like to develop a medicine that would cure X, Y, or Z, right? And it's going to give you a series of results and, you know, match you with some different careers. You then have the career key, which is on CFWV as well. That's going to help you learn a little bit more about yourself and the careers that might best suit you. These questions are based more on your personality and the areas of interest, right? And it's going to take these very unique combinations of the responses that you give, and then it's going to flip it around and give you some careers to help you discover some new careers that you might not have thought about. So it's just another way to gather more information about different careers that are available to you based upon what makes you uniquely you. The third tool that we have for you available right here are work values. What really matters to you most? Is it achievement, relationship, support, independence, recognition, the working conditions? Which of these values are most important to you in the workplace, right? You need to determine which of these values match your expectations. So you're going to find your work values and they're going to match you to career options utilizing this particular assessment, right? So then it's going to give you all sorts of results, right? And you're going to use these results of these particular assessments, both the interest profiler, the career keys, and the work values, and it's going to lead you to even more career choices, right? Choices are good. We like choices. So which career out of all of them that they've given you seems the most interesting to you? So you've learned about your career cluster. Now you've learned all about these amazing careers that have been kind of tailor-made for you based upon your interests, based upon your personality types, based upon what really matters to you most, right? You've learned about each of these careers. Now you've got to determine what type of education or credentialing is that career going to require. Is this career right for you? You've almost made it there, guys. You're filling out the next part of your PEP, and that's pretty darn amazing. So now we get to complete that second part of your PEP right here. You get to put those results in there. You're almost done. That's amazing. So the next spot is the directions after high school. And the directions after high school, this section for both the students that are watching this right now and our educators, this is found in the section called School to College to Work, which is also found underneath that career exploration piece or the career planning tab on CFWV. And this is going to help you determine if a 4-year college, a 2-year college, or a career technical education institution happens to be a best fit for you. Which type of training and continued studies is going to be the best route for you to take. So you're going to use the results from this particular assessment to help you determine the personalized courses or training programs or CTE program of study that you would be the best fit for you. And you'll be able to then fill out this particular part of your personalized education plan. So just to recap so far, so we know where we are. We have filled out our, let me scroll up. We have filled out, because we know now what a career cluster is. We've picked our career cluster. We've got a pretty solid idea about what potential career that we might want to explore more, right? And now we know we've got a pretty good idea of what we want to do after high school. So those programs of study that we just explored underneath that directions after high school, it might be a, it might be that 4-year, a 2-year, a CTE program, whatever it might be. We need to put that information within the program of study. What are we going to do? What's our 2-year plan? So we need to make an appointment. What you need to do, if it's one of the students that's watching this right now, make sure that you make an appointment with your teacher advisor or your school advisor, because you need to start determining what classes you're going to take over the next 2 years. Because it's really important that the classes you take over the next 2 years align with what it is what you're wanting to do after you graduate from high school. Are the classes you're taking right now going to help you meet those goals for after you graduate from high school, right? And together you can complete that. And then 2 more years, you need to think about that 3-year plan. It's important for you to make that appointment again with your teacher advisor or your school counselor to determine what classes you're going to take for those last 3 years, because you want your classes to be meaningful and beneficial. You want them to align with the goals that you have for when you graduate from high school. And the very last part of the whole entire roadmap, this is how we know you've made it to your destination. What are your plans for that first year after high school? Teachers, advisors, counselors, this is so important for you to help them, as you know. What are their plans for after high school? And CFWV has a portfolio section that's located also underneath the college planning. And you can use a wizard here to complete the after high school transition plan. And that's going to help you navigate and create a plan for that first year after high school as well. We want you to really consider some of these questions. And we hope that the adults are helping you craft some answers to these and help you figure out, what are your goals? What are your career goals? What additional support are you going to need to achieve your goals? What do you plan to study? Are there any barriers preventing you from achieving these goals? What resources or support systems can you identify to help you overcome these barriers? Ultimately, what are your plans for after high school? Because that's what this personalized education plan is all about. It's to get you to this moment. What do you want to do after you graduate from high school? What career are you working towards? So we hope you all find this roadmap pretty beneficial to help you fill out these personalized education plans, because you're going to have to fill this out a few times as you move from middle school to high school. We think it's going to help you out a lot. So for more information on where to find these particular tools, we hope that you visit the video that we made a little while ago that takes a deeper dive into the career planning tab on CFWV. And as always, should you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.